viewing class, if you will, from Jack Hauk, and had known him for years. Had met him through his PK parties, his psychokinesis spoon bending parties, which I now also teach. But that's originally how I met him, and I knew a little bit about his background with McDonnell Douglas, and I knew he was Bob Wood's boss at McDonnell Douglas, and so there are certain things that I knew. But so I go to this talk by Ed. I stand up at the mic at the end and say something about Jack Hauk's way of teaching versus Ed's teaching. What Jack was kind of doing was back what they originally developed at SRI, with sending like outbounders out and stuff like that. Not so much the official military profiles. And then of course Ed Dames had went on to do SciTech and do his own version. Kind of building on it in a different way. And so when he was talking about that, I asked about Jack's techniques, and he goes, "Oh, Jack's is completely different, blah, blah, blah." And that was that. So it was just a quick question at the mic thing. And then at the end of the talk, I hang out back in the room because I knew a bunch of the, people involved with MUFON LA. And I go to leave. Well, there's this narrow entrance to the parking lot from where they used to have their things. And Ed is standing there with a group of people. Now he'd been all done and left like what I thought was like a half hour earlier. And yet he's standing there, holding court with a group of people. And he says to me, as I go through the gate, I'm just saying, "Excuse me," to go by. I have friends actually waiting for me at Denny's, and he stops me and he goes, "So Jack Hauk?" Well, you guys, that was the beginning of a journey that takes me to being here right now. I mean, the stuff he told me then blew my mind. It was like saying Jack was a member of MJ12. I mean, that's how it came across. He mentioned other members. I think, why at the time I thought, why is Ed telling me this? And after he does all this, he then says, "Are you going to see Jack soon?"